Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news with a summary of the week's goings on in Star Citizen for the 10th of February 2019. We have an interview with Erin Roberts on the roadmap updates, PrismCon tickets on sale and more. There has been a massive roadmap update taking us all the way to the end of 2019 and Alpha 3.8. I have done a breakdown of these individual updates and patches with a video on 3.6, 3.7 and 3.8, and will update any changes in these weekly updates. A couple of highlights are that Salvage has reappeared for 3.8 Alpha, the Carrack and the Hull C are also planned for that update as well, and we will see dynamic mission systems, ship rentals, physical inventories, the 890 jump, Planet Microtech, and a much deeper economy throughout 2019. There was an Erin Roberts interview on RTV discussing the new roadmap and development, which I'll go over briefly here. Erin stated in the interview that these updates that are coming with 2019 and the new roadmap for the persistent universe are much less aggressively scheduled and contain items that they have a very high level of confidence in making it in on time, even with plugging any holes and rescheduling that they might need to do with Squadron 42 items. With a bit of luck, they will actually be able to get some more extra pieces added to the roadmap rather than taking anything away. They want people to see the roadmap and schedules as they change and evolve. It's very much part of their development cycle now and normally would be done behind closed doors. Features get moved around and reworked, it's just the nature of the project. They are focusing this year on stability, the user experience and performance, as well as plugging in as many new features as possible, but Squadron 42 is a focus and features that they can bring in from that are obviously going to get priority. Their schedules are aggressively timed, at least in the past they were, so they don't always make them. They are including assumptions that they're able to hire the right people and get more teams active on certain features. They are working on the economy at the moment and talking about server meshing internally, getting that all planned, but they need to have servers as optimized as possible. The entire scale of the game has changed for Star Citizen's Persistent Universe from 2013, 2014, adding procedural planets and a first-person massive universe. This basically changed the intentions for the game massively from its original Kickstarter origins. They made tool systems to support the long-term development of Star Citizen and Squadron 42. In 2015, they said all the levels for Squadron 42 were grey-boxed or in grey-box. This is no longer the case as they went back and literally redesigned them. They want to try for what is as close to what they deem the perfect game to them. From level design to characters to lighting to story, they want it all to be as perfect and polished as possible. They are creating more detail on planets and in space. There's going to be a tunnel system. The new flight system is a big performance win for them. It's more efficient resource-wise. They are going to open up the new flight model to Evocati relatively soon, weeks before the 3.5 live release apparently. The Evocati and PTU test phases are essential to their development cycle. Server meshing will give them the ability to have everyone in the same mega server or instance or shard or whatever. It will dynamically spin up servers for something as small as an individual room and then seamlessly move players between servers as they get out into the wider world or a different room or whatever. They need to get the individual servers as optimized as possible though, as this will literally be the sort of like choke point for the game. It will say, if a single server can handle up to 200 people in a small space, that's the amount of people it can be in a single room. They are in the planning phases for it at the moment. It will then come online in steps with getting the servers optimized, then having more servers talking with each other so they can have hundreds of people in an instance at a time. And then they want to make them dynamic, those servers, and talk to each other and talk to all of the other servers and potentially then have their single mega server that everyone joins in. We'll have to keep up with the sort of like progress on server meshing and see what they do, because if it doesn't work in the way that they intend, then they'll do the next best option. They are working on features beyond the roadmap, and there are a few things that they are keeping back for little surprises or because they're not 100% sure when they're going to be done. Getting Squadron 42 elements into the PU can take more time as it's multiplayer. It needs additional code. Also, some items are military items for Squadron 42, and they might not necessarily want them in the persistent universe yet. The monthly report is out too, which kind of combines the December and January months. I'll get a full breakdown of that up on Monday. This week's sneak peek in the newsletter is some of the new helmets with cool looking reflections on them. BrizzCon's tickets are now on sale. It's a big Star Citizen fan event in the UK that may have inspired the more fan-festy nature of CitizenCon. This year, BrizzCon is on the 27th of April in Manchester at the Museum of Science and Industry. Tickets are available from £30. I will put links down below. ATV summary. So they're updating the flight AI for the new flight model with appropriate behaviors for gunships. So larger multi-crew ships with turrets, basically, and fighters as well. These larger ships will be a lot more dangerous than they've previously been. Ships will have to try and get into their blind spots to be effective against them, whereas fighters, you want to sort of stay on their tails. The whole audio system is being overhauled for the new flight model as well. You're going to get much better positional sort of audio with reaction points based on the environment and where you get hit. So you can feel the vibrations. Also, you're about to hear your individual thrusters wherever they are on the ship. They're also getting animations to be the best state as possible for 2019, ready to ship with Squadron 42. They've been adding a range of ASL, so American Sign Language emotes to the game too, which are pretty cool. The rest of RTV, that wasn't the Erin Roberts interview, was dedicated to lore. There are natural disasters as part of the lore and backstory in-game. They want to add dynamic major events to the game at some point in the future too, sort of like after what they deem a release. There may be other solar systems in-game that they haven't announced. They might be hidden, they might be discoverable, you might be able to find jump points to them. They just haven't stated that they want it to be a bit of a surprise. Locations you see and visit in Squadron 42 will exist in the persistent universe. They continue to update the Galactopedia and Star Map as they release new information and lore. They want to potentially have player organizations added to the in-game lore in the future as well. And we will have Satterball at some point, the Ender's Game style sports mode. That is coming, we just don't know when. And that's it for the news this week. You can find links to everything we talked about and deeper videos on each of the subjects, typically down below in the comments and description. Quite a bit happened this week and there was a lot of information to unpack. So if you've got any questions or comments, then chuck them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Every month we have a Star Citizen ship giveaway for February. It's for a Cutlass Black and Star Citizen game package. All you need to do is be subscribed to the channel and comment on any of my videos made during the month. If you don't have a gaming PC yet or you are upgrading, instead consider Shadow Cloud Gaming. They allow you to leverage the powers of the internet to stream a high-spec Windows 10 environment to any other PC, Mac or device like a smartphone or tablet. It is working really well in Star Citizen's 3.4 branch, and be sure to use the code BoredGamer if you do decide to check it out to get a discount. Links below. This channel exists because of its community. If you wish to support the channel further, below there are links to Patreon, Subscribestar, and there's the YouTube channel memberships, literally the join button below this video. VIPs do get some exclusive stuff and early content as a thank you as well. If you have any feedback, suggestions, or just want to say hi, please drop a comment below or poke me on discord.gg/BoredGamer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.